Peace and assalamu alaikum. This is Bilal Abdullah Mujahid of Black Muslim in America. Thank you for tuning back in. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. I just wanted to touch bases with y'all about what's going on over there in Afghanistan. You see that America has left and now the Taliban has taken over very quickly, which is amazing. And now all of a sudden you see in the news America is so concerned about the women. That's all they talk about is the women, the women, the women. What's going to happen to the women? But nothing has happened to them as of yet. And, you know, the Taliban are coming out with videos basically saying everything's going to be cool. Y'all don't have to worry about nothing. You know, you got to wear hijab because that's the law. But other than that, you're going to be good as long as you ain't wilding out and, you know, you on point. Everything's going to be good. But America media keeps saying how, well, they used to be, you know, treating women badly. They're doing all of that because they want to make you have negative thoughts about people having their own laws that they want to follow. They have to make the laws of God look bad. If that's what they want to follow, that's their decision. You know, that's on them. So they have to make it look bad. And on top of that, they're being purely hypocritical because meanwhile, you're so concerned about women here in America, here over there in Afghanistan and what's going to happen to the women. But meanwhile, over here, the women dress like whores, unless she's a chaste woman or a proper Muslim woman or, you know, a modest Christian or whatever, modest type woman. The women over here in general, they dress like whores with their butt cheeks out. But nobody says nothing about them. And that's supposed to be the representation of freedom and women's rights. So come on with that. Don't be fooled by that. They don't care about women. So they're just saying that because they're butthurt about losing over there. That's pretty much what it is. They put all that money in to Afghanistan and rebuilt it back up, which was one of their promises they made to the Taliban way back in the day when they asked the Taliban to help them get the Soviets out of there. And they promised them that, hey, we'll help you build up your, your nation. But they kind of reneged on that promise back then. But now, you know, they built it back up. Well, somewhat. They put a whole bunch of money into it out there. And now they're butthurt because, damn, we can't win over here. But this is what, you know, Biden said. He said, Biden basically saying, look, let them niggas have that, man. He doubled down recently talking about it's the graveyard of nations. If you try to go and battle over there, you're going to be over there forever. You're going to run your pockets dry. And it's the graveyard of nations because you really can't win over there. Even, you know, Biden himself said this is, you know, it's the graveyard of empires. And nobody knows who really coined that phrase. It's been tied to different leaders. But that's a popular saying about Afghanistan. And so they had to, you know, tuck their tails and leave, and their butt hurt. So they got to make it look like, well, shoot, they treat the women bad over there, or they used to. So y'all should still be, you know, be hating on them. But what's crazy is now I think they said China is trying to have, you know, diplomatic ties with them and work with them in a good way. And that could be a problem for America. You know, I'm just reporting the news. That could be a problem for America. So, you know, this is another reason why they have to demonize them as well, because they're teaming up out here and it's not looking good. But what's amazing to me is that, you know, when the Taliban came and took over, all of a sudden you saw all these people running and leaving the country. They were piled onto planes. They were hanging onto planes, and everybody's trying to run, and the women are trying to run, and all of this stuff. What's going on, people? What is going on? Allah says in the Quran in Surah Waqiyah, He says in the Quran that you should flee to Allah. Fafiru ilallah. So flee to Allah. You're supposed to flee to Allah, flee to his words, flee to his law. Why are y'all running away? So it's not that, oh, because there's just going to be a harsh version of it. No, you just don't want to be under that law, period. You were happy with being under quote unquote democracy. You were happy with living the life of following your lust and desires. And now that you realize, damn, we gonna have to be under some strict rules now, man. I'm about to get out of here. That's what it is. And if you're afraid of dying, what is it that you did that you're gonna get killed for, that you need to run away for? That's the real thing. What is it that you did? What did you do wrong? They're talking about how, well, I was in political office and they might kill me because of that. No, they're not. It's something else you must have did that's really bad. Because they was on an interview with the lady reporter and they wasn't telling her you got to stop being a reporter. So, no. You're supposed to run to Allah, but you're running away from him, and that makes you look bad. Now, be clear. I'm not promoting the Taliban. I'm not saying, oh, you should go join them. No, I'm not saying that. So, Agent Johnson, if you're listening, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you claim to be a Muslim and you want to live by the laws of God, then why are you running away from it? Because allegedly, Saudi Arabia, KSA, they have Islamic law too. They cut off people's hands. They cut off people's heads. There's videos out there of people getting caught doing very horrible crimes, and they cut their heads off in public. They got videos of that, but they're allies with America. So nobody really, they talk bad about it here and there, but nobody really is going hard at them for that. So if you really about living by that law, then why are you running away from it? Like I said, it's because they really don't want to live by that. They want to live by do what thou wilt. Another thing that's interesting is that it just seems like they're setting America, the government of America is setting up for something. We got all this stuff going on here with these, certain things they want to put into our bodies. And it's a whole thing going on with that. They're trying to make, because just recently they were trying to connect people who don't want these things put in our body. They're trying to connect them with being terrorists, or saying they need to be watched as being terrorists. And then you have the Proud Boys out here. They're acting up in the streets at protests all over these certain things they want to put in us. And then you have other reports of other protests where the protesters start wilding out and grabbing off people's face masks and attacking people and stabbing people over not wanting to have these certain things put into our body. So what they're trying to do is say, hey, those people who don't want certain things put into their body, they might be terrorists. We got to watch them. And they're trying to bring those two together. And that's funny to me because now Biden and, this administration, they want to bring many Afghanistans over. They want to bring many of the people who are fleeing from Afghanistan over here. And they want to dump them pretty much in many black communities. That's very odd. It just seems like they're setting up for some type of false flag attack. Because how many of those people do you think might be down with them people? And they might come over here and do some crazy stuff. That's something you got to think about. You just flying in people and you're putting them right in the black communities. And this is all going to work out great for them, because when certain things happen, they can connect it with the people who don't want certain things put in their body and say, yeah, they're connecting with these people over here from Afghanistan and they're being radicalized. And now they're fighting and doing these attacks because that's how they're doing these attacks because they don't want these certain things put into their body. They're becoming full-fledged terrorists. So now we got to lock down on these people who don't want shots. If you don't want shots put in your body, then you might be connected with them. So we got to really lock you down. I feel like they're trying to connect it with that. And that's a possibility. All the cards on the table at this point, because it's just getting real, real weird out here. But that's all I wanted to talk about for today. Don't forget to tune back into my page. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. This has been Bilal Abdullah Mujahid of Black Muslim in America. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum and peace.